5v3. Defuse already being tapped, pulling these players out into the open, but they're winning every fight. The advantage was huge, but now it's non-existent. The tap from westside, the wrap is coming though. Profek on him and taken down! Westside makes the impossible reality! It's 8-8 with a Red Bull clutch! GX now, they just have to work in synergy. He gets hit by a Rolling Thunder, hit by a stun, and then just hits filthy one taps one of them through a wall. As said, this guy was hyped up. That's the exact start that BBL were looking for in this round. The start they were looking for, the one that Purpo's been trying to avoid, and westside! Much rumor about the damage this man could do. He hasn't dropped Loon, but he's in the air. Okay, I would be hella tilted, but then your teammate does this. I don't think you feel quite as bad. 5 bullets, 3 kills. They killed me from the sky. Oh, never mind. That's exactly what you were talking about. They didn't come to his... Oh, this is starting to get dangerous. The only thing that's a worry is that clock. Still got the aftershock to go in. That's going to buy even more. And in fact, they're landing every single shot. Profek, there's not really anything he can do here. I don't believe they've got it to half. He's just waiting to see if he can do damage. The post plan of GX was sublime. Seemed to hold true. Lots of kills for them. But pushing through that smoke, taking the space afterwards, and walking into westside's crosshair proves to be a mistake. I said he had a slower...
Flood forward, Mechanic next in line to follow up. This is looking like a slaughter again. Zarasi and westside still trying to make a scrap out of it. That's stunning. Westside with a double, who at least put Nats on red alert now.
It's used onto him, but they still managed to turn things around. Also important for westside to turn in. He has to be hitting shots because his utility is not going to do much against the Deco.
And they're avoiding a lot of that utility that will come in, obviously, with the Armageddon completely overrunning that A site. It's the heaven hold for GX. It's Cloud and westside. Well, Cloud has just gone down to the salvos, but westside here to save the day.
To King Rob Mulgan.
King Rob, shout out.
And
yeah, he reigned.
Basically saying that it was Sivov, Sivo, Sivov, or Zywoo, depending on what name you like.
And westside are such an impossible question. He needs a 1v5. Now Woot's the only one really with an actual big boy gun! Westside comes alive! But it ain't over yet.
30 seconds
Boo,
left.
the brains of the bunch still stand. Feels like it's gonna be... Is he really going for this so late?
10 seconds left.
Boo, I feel like you left it too late in the day! Westside saving the day here! The Red Bull clutch so perfect.
That is crazy.
This is criminal though. Unbelievable.
Every time that JX have gone for these mid-re clears, they start off well and then just seem to overface and just let the firepower from Heretics take over. Who at the end as well, I'm not sure if he was overthinking things.
I think he did.
I think he was thinking that Westside would just immediately go to A.
Please, no, okay, it's down to have over a Moldy to try and work this back in because Westside's tucked in a nice little position here. That's a freebie, and he's been on a bit of a heater as well. This is spot on for Westside, not feeling pressure just yet. We'll be able to check the spike, see it's clear, dips away, plays it calm. Avova starting to sweat, starting to get nervous. There's not much he can really do here. Westside played that so perfectly.
Bodies on the pistol. An arrow falling like this. Actually, Floor doubling down here. Oh, okay. Didn't see 2 kills from Cloud. Lining them up through the smoke.
Where are you going?
Setting up Batu was pretty brilliant. Now Avova.
Big upgrade.
Yeah, gonna start being able to work his way through. Westside now in a bit more of a fair fight as he had the ghost, but still as clean as before. Westside impressive. But we're into a 2v2. This shouldn't go too far. Again! Westside! The hero the Giant X needed.
Last 2 actually lining them up outside tree. Not sure if it wasn't 1 or 2 shots, but certainly looked like one. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Free, I think he can. And they're willing to fight on this one too.
Yeah, certainly now.
He's a prized possession. Ooh, nice from Westside, and now Kix has got to be a little bit more cautious, doesn't he? Yeah, it falls away.
It's going to be the prime target here for Westside.
Please play together. You found where he is now. And Westside's confident. You can see it.
He can isolate this.
Yeah, he absolutely can. 2 bullets, gets time on the reload, knows where Kix was, spots him again, good damage. Not got the kill though, down to 19, and now there's problems. Trying to go together, trying to play together. Oh, but now Westside's thriving! It's outstanding from him with a Red Bull clutch. And that's where the heartbreak...
Firmly in control of this series now. A Red Bull clutch to really reinforce a fantastic performance here.
Wes! Good job, Bratan.
In their first series of Stage 2.
I'm towards A with 2 ults, but westside has a cage in sight, already spotting the edge of the TP and finding 2 quick clean kills. The words are lost for themselves through like doing that little pop through EMEA, right? You saw it was an initial push over. Sit down! Yeah, that was in the middle of the round. A brilliant individual. He's stuck, but it's on foot to clamp down on this position. And he may just go over-considered here. Flickless is going to find value from the stun. No! Mr. Fallen playing in front, and it's on to westside! He'll make no mistake! 12 taken. I've seen it trying to be a little bit too aggressive in holding that space.
Gentlemen! What? Come back. That is... the synergy between these boys. Oh my god, westside! Oh! A redemption! A final round redemption from westside. Mini trying to take the positive steps, move further forward. Westside still holding on CT. Oh, the crossfire was just perfect! Westside breaking their hearts.
I mean, we saw earlier, Westside had, what, a 4...
Again, the fact that he was able to hold that nice crossfire towards CT and then be able to swing back in time, there was no
they hold
ability
the
to
line
trade
longer,
it.
yeah, just long enough.
Where are you guys? Where are you going?
I think they may have just had a rough idea. You can see it being watched by Boo, but doing something about it might be a little bit tougher. Westside needs to get in there though, because already Benji has dealt another blow to Grabinho. That time ticking, but Westside has an opportunity and he will find both! A flying start and a Red Bull clutch for Westside.
We did going into it as well, and it was not looking good. Heretics were on 50%, GX below 38, but now, well, that statistic gets a little bit better.
Where are you
Westside
going?
with a 4-0.
They have 2 rounds. One of them was based off Stingers. Woo. Is he about to walk into a smoke? No, but Benji's been spotted. Brian's, though, still there to save the day. Westside with a chance. Spike dropped on the deck. It's down to him versus Woo, and they will have a 3rd round. A Red Bull clutch for Westside.
Those first 2, that was looking like it was done and dusted. 2 clean picks to start us out from Flickless and Grabinho. And you said it earlier in the first half, Westside with a Sheriff. He can be a dangerous man to deal with, and he certainly proves that to be true.
I don't think
The site for Navi, and in the smokes, a pre-fire comes out. That's devastating. They knew that they were gearing up on the other side, and GX strike early. Westside, we've talked about him!
I hate this.
The headshot percentage unmatched in EMEA, and there it is.
struggling with these sort of slower rounds, even if they were getting their entries in. So with the low buy, they go diving into the site. They have the TP out of Grabinho to sort of take away some of that heaven control. And it just leaves the aggressive players fighting long.
Spotting a lot of info here. 2 have already been seen. Inside the cage now, ready for Flickless to retake that aggression, but Westside stopping them in their tracks. Oh, Westside! He's dominated Team Liquid! Another round for GX. He was the man, standing his ground and then some. Unbelievable.
Is this guy used to playing on mute? It's like, takes all his sound away, takes half his HP away, and he just decimates.
Let's go, God! Let's go!
Headshots galore. Maybe wanted to be attempted by Pipson. Try and pincer in onto Nats, but surrounding this man can be dangerous. He likes to lash out, but he's been caught. Westside has dealt with the danger.
Doesn't want him to know just yet. As a player heard stepping down below, Trex goes walkabouts on his own, isolating them. Westside gets the job done. A Red Bull clutch for GX. And one step closer to
And his teammate went the other way. Like, I'm not sure why the decision was made to split up and look for clues, but whatever clue they had was desperately wrong. A reposition, but yeah, it's just Trex walking completely into the open, and then it goes into a 1 versus 1. That is a fight that he would...
Westside, though, unnoted here, and as they try and deal with the dead body, Westside's found one.
All right, you got to go huge in this. That's exceptional. One more. Alexi playing it well, 20 HP, but he's trying to test him, toy with him. Nice try, but he wants that plant now. He wants the time on his side, but that gap is closing. Alexi can't handle it. Westside Heroics individually to keep the scoreline from being a tragedy for Giant X.
Contingencies in place for Giant X here, and a full 5v5.
Yeah, gonna be nice and messy. Westside carrying on his story. Xiao gonna find Ara. Xiao the one to kind of really set the tone on the play back towards site, and he follows up. Grabinho goes down and walls in play. Pops that up as a forward shield, but Flickless fumbled his lines here. His hero trying to live up to the moniker. 6 bullets now back in play. 2 already in the round. And you're right, you can hear it. Hero's got to make a move on this one, and well, Westside knows his lines here. It should be fine. Yeah, all good.
Maybe a window.
Small window.
Such a scrappy pistol though. In here, I think Flickless commits towards a spam, the wall goes up, and obviously that's the alarm bells for Giant X to have to make a move. There's a chance here even to line these up as Cloud actually takes a step back in front. Pistol on the board for an RV.
Yeah, and you can see the Cloud's aware there could have been someone around, kind of taking a second towards elbow. They know that someone's probably on this side, and they've left Westside to try and get them one back. This is perfect from them. The stars are lining.
Time is running out. Good util to invest in here. Catch one at least, but they've got to pick up the pace.
Yeah, they're running this so late. Hero's been good. This is too tall of a task, surely. Yeah, this time, that was magnificent from Giant X. Got to say, well, it's desperation, Mike. He's sat on 5 to 11. He wants to make a play.
And almost given the first 2, but
2v4, boys. Focus up, please.
You can't really doubt it. You've got some of the more experienced players, a couple of new ones in there, yeah, absolutely. But by all rights, you should be seeing them very methodical. And Westside!
oh my god.
Oh, mid-round, giving a little shot on the ball.
Have to find a response here in the buy round for Na'Vi. It's looking well invested so far for Giant X, but they're getting a little concerning. Now Na'Vi set their sights on B. Plant will come through unless Westside can find a miracle here, but Ruxic, what a sleep on that one. He's got another one!
Westside, the alarm bell ringer right now. Na'Vi now sweating, getting nervous. Alexi pushed away. Looking for that deeper angle, flashed up Westside. It's stunning from Giant X. Westside with the hero plays when they needed him most. You didn't active catch a nice timing, but that, what are we up to, Ruxic? I don't get it. And I don't normally question that, man, but you know what I mean? That had me scratching my head.
That's, yeah.
Nice! Let's go!
Outrageous stuff.
Is that, again, we saw feeling those building blocks back, like looking a bit better. Westside under threat again. The C-side has been getting more and more attention, but he's lost the timing. He can't really fight on the side now until that paranoia came in perfectly. Westside takes away the tip of the spear and blunts the second.
He's got 3 again!
Around. Grabinho to close it out. The 1-2 punch for Giant X lands again.
Ara's actively clearing this wall. Doesn't want to leave anything to chance in terms of the late round. Giant X with a firm grasp in terms of Na'Vi's approach.
Damage to his teammates. He needs to get over and help them. Ara, the one-man show looking like. Finally, Angel shows his hand, but it's too little too late, it looks like. Hero and Xiao, what are you meant to do? So many awkward angles to try and clear. Westside sat in this corner. All eyes on him. Closed out the first half with a bang, and now started off here in the second.
Giant X really stepping up to the task.
What's happening? Hello, guys, wake up, please wake up.
Could stop the drone from going through. It delayed the rotates of GX, so they're a little bit behind the play. It means pressure towards the backside for Westside, who does pick up one, but Grabinho trying to help out in the smoke goes down. Backup comes in, and in fact, backup is the name of the game for GX. They step past the smokes, and then Westside runs through them. He's already picked up 3. It's mayhem on the site as Westside answers up with another, and Cloud steals the ace away, but as Angel says,
they brought it close in the last one. But Westside, I said, the terrifying thing of going into this defensive half is that you have to walk into this man's realm.
No! It's
He's proven himself.
Nice, Westy! Nice, Westy!
That was why they invested into this Outlaw. Even if it doesn't kill, it will wound. And it will set up those remaining players. In they go.
Rapinho with the sheriff of Westside as well! What is that?
I cannot believe what this man can do with a pistol.
That's a pace save card Thirsty, by the way. In case that wasn't already
Blatantly obvious, dear Lord. Genuinely took my breath away. It's taken me a minute to even form words in my mind there. That was insane.
We get lively at the start here, taking the fight straight down A-Long, and it's not stopping. They're trying to evacuate, but Liquid is just carrying on.
It's a little overcommitment there.
Paditech, right amongst them. Rubino's got to have an idea, but he's dead. Leaving Westside in a world of trouble. So many bodies to drop. He's found one, a second. Oh my God! We said we'd keep an eye on this man, and we can't take our eyes off him.
Absolutely ridiculous. Usually it's like, oh, farming eco's fine, but
Now we let him have this
dude,
one.
this is just insane.
Bloody brilliant.
Good job. Boy, but boys, let's go, bro.
このトップ部分、あっとプラウラー、taktikミス。
見えてない。
お、タイミング。
あ、ちゃんと
背後取った。そして3人目。あそこのプラウラーの索敵ミスがありました。ここ難しいですよね。
そうですね。本来ではもっと見るべきなんですけど、何か別の箇所のアクションがあるなって感じてしまうとクリアリングし損ねる場合もありますからね。
ああ、ゼッケンとナレットの視点です。まさかここからと。後ろは2、中はダバイ。そして正面のジンはどう動くか。
これで2人の位置が確定しましたね。
はい。
タピオカとマーケット。
クルビーニョ。大事なワンピック。おい、ウエストサイド。またスリフティになるか。スミス抜けない。おお、抜きました。4対2スリフティ。今日何回スリフティ出すんでしょうか。
強い。
かなり怒ってます。
そんな怒る場面あります？
次もこれ
あらブレイドストームですからね。
はい。だとあらミッドプッシュは警戒していた XLC、 ただミッドウエストサイド飛び出すクルビーニョ抜いた。
おっと
人数よりはジャイアント X。
あらあらあら。
OV2
あら
さらにウエストサイド武器差があるにもかかわらずジャイアント X。
ミッドのエリア取得アラを落としたことによってもうミッド取り返せると判断して飛び出したというところに2段階目のカウンターですか。
うまくバッキーは運んでスモーク中バッキーを刺した。ルビーの体力削られている。うわっ、トム耐えているがウエストサイドのダブルキルあったものの 1v1。 B サイトに向かいます。残り時間は20秒です。カーテンを下ろしたタイミング。ここはウエストサイド
思い切って飛び出していました。
苦しい体力でしたが勝ちました。2対0。落としたくないセカンド抑えました。
でもこれも正直思うんですよ。ここで引いたらもう負けるラウンドだったと思うんですね。
はい。
ジャイアント X が引かせに戦いをこの見続けたことによってなんとかこの状況まで持っていけたラウンドだと思います。
A ショートからスラッシュ早めに破壊できた。サチュレートの返しうまく入れたアラですがクラッシュネてブラインド後ろのウエストサイドダブルキル。
ちょっと今サチュレートが当たった敵後続止まってるだろうと狙いに行ったんですけれども、むしろカウンターが入りましたね。
ブルビーニョの立ち位置先にヘディングはそしてウエストサイドのカバーです。 1v5 最後もウエストサイド。
いやウエストサイドの活躍止まらない。
パーフェクトラウンドです。リードを広げました。9対7。
非常に良かったのはこのランプ入っていったアラ選手がサチュレート食らってしまったところを助けようとスネークワイトを5人全員で抜けていったんですよね。 花火で止まっただろうという判断の
into mid over the last few rounds. After the pause, what do? Direct A hit, change up again, but this is where they're running in a little bit more trouble. westside piece of space. In fact, he's not waiting. He's going pushing a chance for a timing. In fact, both players with opportunities here, but it's Starzo to pounce, leaving just westside. He finds that first into the 1 versus 1, and Glyph's position, well, he knows roughly where he is because of that earlier lockdown. He knows where he would have been forced to, and he can correct just in time. It's a long break from the scoreboard, but westside does enough.
I understand, right? It might seem a little silly. The whole conversation is, oh, but look, their mid control's working. Their opponents don't have an answer to mid control. What do? Not take mid control. But the idea there is they've just called a timeout. The problem's been mid. They're going to do something on mid. They're going to put resources.
He's been jumping buckied by Starzo. It doesn't get much worse than that, although maybe it does. 2 quick kills. There is westside. His cheeky wall position. And even better with the aim. We need that many replays of it.
I really feel like Ara must have been rude to someone. Like
guys, what's happening, guys?
Looking very good so far. Yeah. As it's westside from very far away to try and get a couple kills, and really successful in that.
Down A.
Nice shot from westside. Orb goes up here as well. westside wants a little bit more, and he's going to find it. 3 players scalped on the liquid side. Flash in his face, and actually Nats is profiting from it on finding Flickless, but westside's still going. Nats isn't there to deny this one, so a chance to find all 5. And he's just about going to get it. He just confirms it. And the big thing here after this round is we come out all even with both teams on a rifle round. Lohan would have been emphasizing the game plan for this next one.
Hey, let's go, buddy! Let's go, buddy!
It's all up to him. He looks like he wants to take this fight, and this is westside's side as he looks to hold it down. Time low, and absolutely no chance to get this fight down. We're within 1. Razor sharp from westside. Marshalling the situation on short in these last couple between the anchors.
Sit down, guys, sit down! In the game, of course.
I got worried for a second that perhaps he'd be a bit audacious, but he's just holding the space, looking to punish, and trying to back out. I can't even fault that. They sidestep and a plant in a 5 versus 4. Even though he's low inside the ult, and it still doesn't matter.
They've finally taken westside, of course. Getting into these positions is going to be so difficult. They play aggressive on these angles as well. Paranoia through, but westside is just tearing them a new one. Finally, he's been dealt with for the 2nd time. Maybe a little bit of a chance for Prophet with a gun not out, but...
Well, at least the Yoru, there's a lot more room for the Sentinel play to come back. For westside, I'm thinking this is going to be his meta. I didn't think it'd be because he's 13-6 on Phoenix.
Sit down, guys.
He's getting his orb one way or another here. As soon as you hear that flash, you know you messed up by being anywhere close to this angle. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's got 2 out of that. You just feel like you're so much better. And right now, it looks like he is.
Hey, where are you going?
Oh, he's having a good time.